Hi, it's Gordon here with week 27 of 2012, a year with Mya-Moe Unscripted. Last week I talked about how we build in the shop. This week I'm going to talk about when you order an instrument, what leads up to the build process. So right now it's about 6 months from the time that you order to the time that we start your instrument in the shop. When you order, some people reserve a start date because they don't yet know what exactly they want. They may not know much at all about what they want, or there may just be a missing piece or two, but they will reserve a start date so that they can get a spot in our build schedule. Some people, when they order, submit a configuration form right off the website and specify everything. But regardless, in the beginning, we work with the person who's ordered to determine what exactly they want. We want to try to nail down everything about that configuration before we start wood selection. As I've mentioned before, wood selection is our most time-consuming part of the process. And Char does that, exclusively does that. She has a gift for working with people and finding the wood that matches them and what they're looking for in an instrument, both acoustically and aesthetically. But because it's so time-consuming, often with pictures going back and forth and changing of minds and so forth and so on, we want to make sure that the model isn't going to change and the size isn't going to change, because that will often mandate that we have to start wood selection all over again. So for the first, sometimes just a few days and sometimes for the first 2 months after a person has ordered, we work with them to finalize their configuration. The next step is wood selection. And again, that can happen quite quickly. It can take quite a long time. We ask them to go look at the gallery where we post pictures of every instrument we've built. We also show whether that wood is available or a similar wood is available. Sometimes we have it from that exact same board. So you can shoot us an email with 3 or 4 or 5 different instrument numbers that you like, and we can tell you if we've got that wood, and that really focuses the wood selection process. So that is really step 2, wood selection. And when we've got it selected, we post it up on your Uke Tracker page along with your configuration, so you can go there and see the picture of your raw wood, usually with a template of the outline of the back or the top of the ukulele. And after that, things slow down for quite a while. The next step is that 2 months before your official start date, we'll send you an email. And I think of it as our freeze email. It's the time when we say, okay, you need to freeze your configuration. We need to hear from you that you're all set, because beyond then we can't make changes to the configuration. Why can't we? Well, because once that 2-month period is upon us, we start certain things. We pull the binding for your fretboard, we pull your fretboard, and we actually bind it and radius it and inlay it and put your serial number on it and set it aside. We also pull out your top and your back and we joint and join them, so now they're a complete plate ready to go. We take your sides and we profile them. So it really has become at that point your instrument. We also pull the other parts that are required. I always want to make sure that we have everything ready and set aside for your instrument. Why? Well, with our continuous process that we use to build the instruments, one of the worst things that can happen to us is that we run out of a part or don't have it available. So we pull everything 2 months before your start date and make sure it's all there with your name and your number on it, and it's ready to go. And that leads up to the start and your date that you see in Uke Tracker. When that date comes upon us, you will see your instrument worked on every shop day. And we talked last week about the 14 build days, and that leads up to the string date, and that is the last thing that we do on the final date. And on that date, we take final pictures of the instrument in the house in our little photography studio, and we'll send those to you. If there is a balance remaining on your instrument, it's at that time that the balance is paid, and we generally ship out within, well, I'd say always within 3 days, and sometimes it's that day or the next day. We live about 10 miles from the closest gas station, so it's a big trip for us to go down the hill into town to the UPS store. So we bunch those up and only go a couple times a week. But anyway, that gives you an idea of the various things that lead up to the build if you order an instrument from us. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.